I got to meet the one and only Charlie Cox, aka the Man Without Fear, aka Daredevil, and I also got to meet Vincent D'Onofrio, the Kingpin. And you guys know, of course, I asked them about Daredevil Born Again. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about how I met two of my favorite actors, Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox. These two actors play Kingpin and Daredevil in the original Netflix series and are going to be playing their characters again in the MCU with Daredevil Born Again. I can't wait to tell you guys about this experience. It was so amazing, so let's get right into it. Before we get started, I want to see you guys' comments down below. What are you hoping to see with Daredevil Born Again? What are you nervous about? What are you excited for? Let me know. And as always, hit that subscribe button and join us on the road to 400 subscribers. We're getting so close. So yeah, I went to GalaxyCon and I've never been to a convention before, so this was my first time. It actually was taking place relatively close to my hometown, so I thought, why not? I have to go to at least one of these things and see what all the fuss is about. And let me just tell you, I would definitely go to another one because this was absolutely incredible. Originally, I only saw that Vincent D'Onofrio was going to be there, and that was enough for me to go, but then I saw that Charlie Cox was going to be there as well, so I knew I had to meet both of them. Not only did I meet them, but I met some other amazing people. One of the coolest had to be Najee Jeter, who voices Miles Morales in the Spider-Man game on PS5 and in the original PS4 game. He was such an amazing person to talk to, and I got him to sign my case here. I don't know if it'll focus, but yeah, he was just so cool. We talked for about 15 minutes with him and my brother, and he told me we should be very, very excited for Spider-Man 2. It's actually going to be coming out this year, he said. And you know when that trailer drops, I'm going to be making a video. Also, if you look at those comics I have back here on the wall, I met my favorite comic book artist, Mark Bagley. He's responsible for creating Carnage, the Ultimate Spider-Man series, and a bunch more Spider-Man related comics. I've got this 9.8 copy of Amazing Spider-Man 361, which is the first full appearance of Carnage, and I got him to sign it right here. I could have got it cracked out of the slab and resubmitted it, but I wanted to keep the 9.8, and I'm keeping this for myself. I'm not selling it, so, you know. And speaking of comics, I have two things that haven't come back from that convention yet that I'm going to be talking about very shortly. So we get to the convention, we're super excited, and as soon as the doors open, the line for Charlie Cox gets so long. I've never seen a bigger line, and I have my brother go run and stand in that line while I got someone to witness a signature for a comic book, because in order to get it cased with a verified signature, you need somebody to witness it. And my whole goal at this convention was to get them to sign my copy of Daredevil 226, which is the first ever Born Again issue. I actually have this completed book of Daredevil Born Again, and I'll show you what the cover looks like right now. It's this one right here. I got it signed. I'm going to throw up an image of my signed copy, but I did have to send it out to get graded. I can't wait for that to come back, and I also got a copy of Ultimate Spider-Man #1 verified, and I got that signed by Mark Bagley. So I'm standing in line forever. Charlie's taking a while, and Vincent shows up. And he's actually right next to Charlie Cox's booth, so I jumped out of line, made my brother stay in there, and I got in Vincent's line and got to meet him first. I got to the front of the line, and I'm just seeing him interact with all of these people, and he was just such a delight. You can tell that he was really there for the fans, and that was just super important to me. You know, you see all of these celebrities, and then you see them in person, and you realize they're just people. They're people just like us. And I've got to say, Vincent was one of the nicest people ever. I only had about a minute to talk to him, but it was just incredible because he actually was listening to what I was saying. Of course, first I thanked him for being there for all the fans and how amazing Daredevil is and how much I couldn't wait for the next series. And he told me, look, we're shooting the series right now. He told me it's going to be incredible. The writing is great, and he can't wait for everybody to see it. And one of the main reasons him and Charlie were there at the same time is because they were filming together. Vincent was just so personable. He even asked me what color I wanted for the signature, and he asked me where I wanted it to be signed. And it was just so nice seeing somebody you see on TV translate from a villainous character to just such a nice human being. But he told me, look, the show is going to be incredible, and they've really worked up something here that fans are going to be excited about, and everything that we want to see happen is going to happen. He was actually at a panel later on with Charlie, and he talked about how maybe we're going to see him fight Spider-Man one day, and that one day may be sooner than we think. This gets me really excited, and you can tell just by the way he was talking to me that he was excited too, and that's a good thing. When you see the actors so invested in their role, it's really important because it means they're pouring their heart and soul out into their performances, and in turn, we're getting a better product. And with that, a better story, I hope. He didn't answer any questions about Karen Page and Foggy returning, but you know, we'll have to wait and see. Not a lot has come out about the series. We don't know if they're involved yet, but you know, we have to wait. So after I met Vincent, I thanked him for his time, and he was just so polite and so nice. I can't say that enough. I was so surprised, and it just made me so happy. But anyway, he signed my comic book for me, and I actually had to give the comic book to the witness because I couldn't carry it over to Charlie's line because Charlie still wasn't there yet. So he kind of just like took my comic book and left and said to come get me when Charlie arrived. And that made me super nervous, but what do you know? Charlie Cox arrived, he did a photo shoot, and then he was coming to do autographs. So I ran back and I got the guy, and then I got to meet Charlie Cox. And I thought Vincent was the nicest person ever, but Charlie was just as nice. It was like a competition between them two. And of course, when they first come out, they both look at each other, give each other a handshake and a hug, and I definitely got a picture even though I wasn't supposed to. But it was a feel-good moment. You know, these two people are bringing Daredevil back to the MCU, and it is just so wild to think that not too long ago we thought Daredevil wouldn't be back. I mean, of course, we saw him in Spider-Man No Way Home, but we didn't know if the returning cast members were going to come back to make the series. I was just surrounded by a ton of fans, and the actors knew that the fans really cared, and they were so in for it. As soon as I met Charlie, he asked me how my day was going, shook my hand and my brother's hand, and really just got into a brief conversation. I told him how excited I was for this show and how meaningful it is for all the fans to see him come back as Daredevil, and he just had the biggest smile on his face, and he was really listening, not only to me, but to everybody who was meeting him. And you guys have to remember, there were hundreds and hundreds of people there, but he was really just as nice to every single person, and that shows something. Because there was another actor to the right of him, a big Star Trek actor, and apparently he wasn't so nice. Anyway, look, I'm just saying that Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio were genuine people, and, you know, they really care about their fans and their product, and this meant a lot to not only them, but to us as well. I asked him about shooting with Daredevil Born Again, and he basically told me we're in the thick of it right now. They've been traveling to places like DC and all over the East Coast to film parts of the show. And when I talked to him about it, he kind of pointed over next to him at Vincent and said, yeah, I'm there with this guy. And he was just being really funny. What really struck me the most is how much he cared about how my day was going. He asked like 2 times, you know, are you okay? Like, how's it going? What are your plans? And they always say never meet your heroes, but these heroes were pretty cool. Heroes and villains. Seeing these actors so excited for their own show gets me really hype. I feel like Daredevil Born Again is going to be that series that really shows what Disney Plus can do with a longer format sort of story. Because we've got the 8-episode, the 12-episode, the 6-episode series, but this one is supposed to be, I think, 18 or so episodes long. So basically like a normal TV series would be. Vincent also said that it was super important to him and Charlie that they keep the same general tone that they had for the original series on Netflix. So we're going to get the dark grittiness, and we're going to see the Punisher back again. So I'm assuming the themes, the feel, and the atmosphere of this show is going to be quite like what we've seen already. And I think that's what Disney needs. I was so close to asking Charlie about Karen and Foggy returning, but obviously, you know, I think Kevin Feige was probably up there with the sniper rifle looking down on him, so he didn't answer any questions. But I was just super nice to him and told him how much I loved the character, and he was super accepting of that and just had a smile on his face the whole time. These guys met so many fans that day, and it looked like they were meeting one for the first time. They didn't look tired. They didn't look exhausted. They looked like they actually wanted to be there. It was such a treat getting to meet them, and I can't wait to go to more of these because this was just such a great experience for me, and I would definitely go to another. There's actually one in Boston where my friend lives in August, and I'm trying to go there because Hayden Christensen's gonna be there, and he's like my childhood hero. Anyways, let me know what you guys are excited for with Daredevil Born Again down below. Are you excited most to see Charlie Cox back in action? Are you excited to see Kingpin and where they take the story with Fisk and Matt? But most importantly, if you guys could hit that subscribe button on your way out, it would mean so much to me. I've got a feeling that this show is going to lead into Spider-Man 4, and we're going to see tons of connection with the street-level Marvel heroes. And that is some territory that I think Marvel should definitely cover. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon.